guys, we are the Office Blokes. Welcome to Ask Us Anything. We put out a post on YouTube a couple of days ago and said ask us anything so you can get to know a bit more about us, try and make things a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
And we've picked the top questions out of your responses on there.
Random's loads here.
Yeah, we've got quite a few, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we've got a couple of pages each. We're just going to plough through them and we'll see how it goes. So do you want to go first, Daz?
Yeah. Why is Daz the most handsome out of the three of you? Oh no, it doesn't say that.
Who sent that one in?
Office Bloke Daz.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
No, this is from Andrew Munro. What part of England are you? I think he's missing the from.
Yeah. What part of England are we from? Well, we're just south of Manchester in Altrincham.
Yep.
Based at Atlantic Podcast Studios.
Yep.
We're all local actually, aren't we? We're all born
local, yeah. South Manchester, aren't we?
Yeah,
I'm a Manchester lad.
Wythenshawe massive.
Wythenshawe massive, big up.
Me and David from Hale massive, aren't we, originally?
Yeah. Born in Wythenshawe, it depends who I'm talking to.
Oh, fair.
Depends how tough you want to be.
Yeah. When I was in college, when I was about 19, it was in inner city Manchester, right in the middle. And whenever people said, "Where are you from?" depending on who I was talking to, if I was like, I'm from Altrincham. And people would be like, oh yeah.
Depends who I'm talking to. I tell them that I'm from a council estate in Hale, which is true. But
I'm proud of being from Altrincham nowadays. But when you first get out on your own and you've sort of got, people from all different walks of life and sort of rougher areas and stuff, and they're just looking at you like, little posh boy from Altrincham.
Just whether to mug you or not, innit? That's what we used to do from Wythenshawe. So whereabouts are you from then? Altrincham. Mugged. Lunch money.
Now, hand it over.
Yeah, so that's it. That's where we're from, Manchester.
Yeah,
I've got one here, the first one at the top.
You got one here? What are you into
one here. What are your jobs in what industry?
Yeah. Well, we're in the document management and storage industry.
Yeah.
We primarily scan lots of documents. It's not the most exciting thing. Store quite a lot. Should we do jobs?
Jobs? Yeah, I'm facilities manager. I do all the boring jobs no one else wants, like your health and safety and doing ISO standards and stuff like that. And
someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it. Yeah. And it's muggings here, but it's good.
I do QA, IT sort of stuff, equally as interesting. But my
interesting bunch up to that.
Yeah. My background.
Dan's a lap dancer for the club.
Bouncer. My background was audio engineering and stuff anyway, hence branching out into this sort of stuff.
Yeah. And I am the office T-boy, the junior. I'm new here compared to these lot.
You are £1.50 patron.
I'm £1.50 patron.
Yeah.
Go on, Dave.
Yeah, I'll go for one then. Who has the best fish and chips in England, outside of England? The best way to eat fish and chips? Vinegar, tartar sauce, top 3, 5, thank you. That is from Al Var6. I feel very passionate about fish and chips. I really do. There's a chippy, I think it's called the Magpie in Whitby, that's probably the best in the whole of England.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. It's the one that had a fire a couple of years ago. It was on Facebook and I was almost in tears. But there's a restaurant side of it and a chippy side of it.
The coastal towns normally have the best chippies, don't they?
Tend to have the best fish without a doubt, don't they? It's a lot fresher, isn't it, and everything. So,
but you don't have it with tartar sauce. I'm not sure whether
I do.
It does come with tartar sauce. I never use the tartar sauce.
Vinegar,
mushy peas.
Yep. That's it for me. I think maybe a bit of bread and butter on the side.
You've absolutely got to have bread and butter.
A cup of coffee or a cup of tea. That's it.
It's a very controversial topic. I don't know.
Stella.
I don't know if you can get Stella in the. I'm sure it's called the Magpie. For me, it depends on the mood I'm in. I can have fish chips and curry. I can have fish chips and peas with salt and vinegar and ketchup, tartar sauce.
I sometimes have ketchup. If I'm in a pub, if I'm in a pub or a restaurant and it's fish and chips, I have ketchup with it.
Yeah, and a little squeeze of lemon on top.
Yeah. There you go.
Very touchy subject in this country there.
Right, this is from Mike Diddy K8 or Mike Diddick.
Cheers, Mike.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen at a football match, either in a game or in the stands or outside the park?
Well, I think we might have to go to our resident expert on this one first.
I actually go to all the games. all the City games, home and away. And
Yeah.
the craziest, I mean, I've seen some proper crazy things. Craziest thing I've seen most recently was a guy being lifted up in a wheelie bin, passed around the concourse, stood up in a wheelie, just singing in and out of the wheelie bin, like a, like a Jack in a Box type thing. It was quite funny.
Nice.
I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff. I've seen fights. I've seen police being yelled at and fought against by other police.
Yeah. Wow.
I've seen,
Seen a bit of a bomb scare at Old Trafford.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how legit the threat was, but they just kept
Is that where
everyone.
they left? Was that where someone left the mobile phone in the toilet?
I don't know.
After a dry run.
Yeah, they did a security sweep, didn't they?
Yeah.
Someone left something in there. So
No, it was from a dry run though.
Was it,
What they were doing? They were doing a bomb scare. What would happen? What do you call it?
Scenario. Sort of.
Yeah. And they never removed this one device. They forgot to remove the device.
Yeah.
that's
And
right.
then that
So
set
it
off a
was
security,
found, and
security
then-
alert at Old Trafford, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I don't go to the games much. I used to go a bit, but
Yeah, same here. Used
It's
to
a shithole
go.
anyway, so even if they'd have blown it up, it wouldn't have been a problem.
It's no need, is it?
what about you, Mike?
Just the normal stuff again. I've not seen anything sort of massively out the ordinary, really.
It's
It's been a while since I've gone on a regular basis. I've been to a few lately, but not had a season ticket for a few years, so it's just regular stuff really.
To be
Nothing
fair,
too
you don't see much crazy stuff anymore because
No.
you get thrown out straight
Yeah,
away.
not like you used to.
Just
I
you see
think,
the crazy. I mean, the amount of smoking and drug taking that goes on at half time is just
Is it?
crazy.
Yeah.
I've not seen a lot of blatant drug use at Old Trafford.
God, man.
Because the thing is, to get in and out of the toilets, they just ferry you, don't they? You know,
It's more of away games you see it all when everyone's smoking.
Yeah.
And,
I have in the pubs because I go in. Usually go in the Bishop's Blaze and the Trafford before and after a game. Try and make a fuss out of it and spread it over a few hours. See it all there.
Yeah.
But not in the stadium so much. I've not seen it.
No, they're pretty well stewarded these days, aren't they? I think, and
Yeah.
policed inside the stadiums, definitely. So you don't tend
don't
to
get
get
much
quite
crazy.
as much going on.
it's the
as you
away,
used
it's the
to, I
away
think.
games you get more crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so, yeah. I think they probably tend to leave you alone a bit more, did they, as well, the stewards and stuff like that. They tend to sort of like make sure you're all in one area and then sort of leave you to it, sort of thing.
With away games, it's just all the idiots that go.
Yeah. Ah, right.
I mean, that's normally what happens.
How many away games do you go to?
Pretty much all of them. I'm one of them. Yeah. Dave, Mike, anyone? The next one?
Go on, Mike.
I think we've done that one. What do you...
I'll do one, eh?
Which one of the office blokes would have the best chance against the Freeze?
Oh, the freeze.
And then someone's put a link to a video. Who's the Freeze?
Yeah, the freeze is the guy who chases you around the outside of like the baseball field.
Oh, is
Gives
it
you the head start. The guy's got the
in the morph suit?
on.
Yeah. I've seen him, and I was sure it was Usain Bolt. The
Yeah.
guy's an absolute beast,
Yeah, he is
isn't
fast, but he gives you a massive head start, and then he chases you down.
he? My legs have probably got the biggest reach for running, but I'm so unfit nowadays that I don't know.
See, I used to be super fast when I was younger.
Yeah, same.
And
That's me.
I was a
before,
sprinter.
so-
I was a sprinter when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'd have to have a race to find that out. I still play football now.
Yeah.
And still run. So although you can't really tell, but I do. Centre circle, Bob. That's me.
So who was saying?
We'd have to test it. Go to our Try channel.
We'll try it on the Try
Try
channel.
it. We'll give it a try. We'll get a sprinter to chase us. Chase me.
With an airsoft gun.
With an airsoft gun shooting us in the back of the head.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah, the question before I was going to say is pretty much the same as the one at the top. That's why it confused me a bit. 'Cause it's pretty much the same thing about what you do for a living and where you're from. So we covered that, didn't we, in the previous
Well, I've
one,
got
to
one
be
here
fair.
then.
Yeah.
I've got one here.
Plus we have Atlantic Podcast Studios as well, which is where we all film. AtlanticPodcastStudios.com for more information. That is also like a second thing.
Yeah.
I got one here from Cody Murray for, can any of you blokes do a good American accent?
I can't. I've tried on a few. I keep trying to do my Megan Thee Stallion impression.
Say it in an American accent, Mike. Say, can any of you blokes do a good American accent?
Which
Give me
region?
Best American accent.
Which region?
Any.
I love the southern accent more, but I definitely can't do it. Sounds Jamaican.
You have to sort of change the words. Can y'all blokes do a good American accent?
Can y'all blokes do a good American accent?
There you go.
There's your answer.
That's the best I can do.
Yeah, there you go,
I've not
yeah.
practiced that, so...
Yeah. But the easiest one's the New York one, isn't it? Say, how you doing?
Hey, how you
Oh,
doing?
yeah, that's it,
Hey,
yeah.
oh,
See?
Italian
Keep
American.
it simple. Keep
Yeah,
it
it would
simple.
Or don't they all talk like, what are you, a wise guy?
So we're getting warmed up now, aren't we? Eh?
Yeah.
We've got one here of Nasty Natty.
Nasty
05135. What made you three want to start up the podcast? I think Big Matt also asked that question somewhere in the questions.
I've got one from Big Matt here, yeah. Yeah, but he's elaborated on it. Basically, we opened Atlantic Podcast Studios the week of the first lockdown, the first national lockdown in the UK. So obviously, pickings were slim for new clients coming in because everyone was locked down. Had a couple of people here and there, didn't we?
We didn't plan it for them, by the way. It's just the way it went, wasn't it?
So it was more, we started a podcast originally more just as a way of doing something in the studio and sort of, you know, me remembering how to engineer and all that sort of stuff.
I think as well, like, what it came down to was we were trying to help out people who were at home alone, give them a bit of sort of like something to listen to that wasn't, because if you remember when we first went on lockdown, there was no recordings of like TV shows,
right,
everything sort of like run out pretty quick.
Yeah.
So it was only old showings, nothing was live or anything new anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
So with us going out, we'd sort of like doing podcasts, and I think we did like, we had a doctor, we had a landlord on, a pub landlord, we had an ex-footballer on, we had Mickey
but
came
at the
on.
time it's current as well, wasn't it? Because of COVID, then that was all.
Yeah, it was. We spoke about COVID,
intertwined with all the subjects, wasn't it?
We did,
in the interviews,
how it affected them and all that kind of stuff. So it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's how we started the podcast. And then Dave wanted to do a.
You had a big interest in
reaction channel,
didn't you?
yeah,
I mean, down, I'd never heard of it. Literally, genuinely never heard of them before. I'd never seen reactions or anything like that.
If you go back and watch your first ever reaction, it's Goober by TKC69, and Mike and Darren didn't know what a reaction channel was. I didn't want to say too much because I wanted it to seem genuine, but really we're just all sat there pan-faced and
But yeah, it's with the podcast as well. I mean, what you see is what you get as far as the genuine side goes. What we do is the videos we're watching we've never seen before. And it is a genuine reaction. You're not going to get like elaborate, over the top.
Someone commented on one of our videos last night actually, and it was an Unleash the Archers one, and they said something about reactors always taking a deep breath just before she hits one of the big notes, because people know it's coming. Like a lot of these reaction channels are I'm not calling anyone out, by the way, whatever you want to do, but well rehearsed, pre-watched.
Yeah.
All you have to do is watch the amount of Slaughter to Prevail reactions out there, and just before he does that low, deep voice, the amount of people that go before he's even done anything.
You're not going to get that type of reaction. You'll laugh.
We just try and be genuine, sarcastic, take the piss.
Yeah.
That leads us on to Big Matt. What made you start the reaction channel, and how do you know each other? We were doing the podcast, and then, like I said,
covers it, really, doesn't that? Yeah,
I was into reaction channels. I suggested it to the guys. We gave it a go, and actually probably found it more fun, didn't we? It's definitely a different dynamic. We enjoyed the podcast side of it as well, but this definitely added a different dynamic, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Although we are thinking of getting back on the podcast, so let us know.
Yeah, we are. How do we know each other? Well, I've known Mike for about 25 years.
Probably something like that,
26 years.
Mainly through work again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Through relationships, through work and this, that and the other.
And I've known Dave for not as long, actually.
It's since you came back to the country,
so probably
really.
about 5 years ago.
But I've known Dave since he worked here, so about 15 years, 18 years.
You've probably known me since I was a kid, to be fair, because you worked with my mum.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And I used to come in as a kid sometimes.
Yeah, that's right.
So probably quite a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
But I've worked here for 16, 17 years, something like that.
At least, yeah.
We're a family business, by the way, so so everyone knows, that's how we know each other for so long. We're not related, but we are a family business.
Yeah. That's it. What impresses you in the metal genre?
I'll let you two take that one, because I'm a metal fan of
Dickie Allen and Slam.
Yeah.
I love Infinite Annihilator, become a new favourite thing.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been amazing, haven't they?
Yeah.
I think, myself personally, what springs to mind is the drumming. I think I love the drumming and all the metal and the slam and all stuff like that. It's been absolutely incredible. All the musicianship has been amazing. It really surprised me. How good it's been, to be honest. Because I'm probably usually a bit more laid back in my musical tastes and than what we've been looking at. But musicianship, especially the drumming, I think absolutely bang on. Yeah, loved it. Really good.
Especially nowadays in metal, like when it used to be the new metal stuff 15, 20 years ago. Musicianship was a lot more simple for a lot of metal.
Yeah.
We've only just started touching on it. Nowadays, there's no passengers in metal bands. Everyone's, the levels are so...
It's the creativity. It's the creativity that goes into the metal side as well.
Yeah.
Seems to me a little bit more creative than what you get in, I don't know, general pop sometimes. It's just something that goes all out there, doesn't it? So that's what impresses me.
I like the anger.
And a big shout out to our mate Dickie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, metal, I really like angry, angsty music. It's the same with hip-hop. If I'm listening to hip-hop, I prefer rappers that are angry and they've got something to say and there's passion behind it. Don't really like happy music too much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
That's personal preference.
Yeah.
I've got one for you, Daz, here.
Go on then.
Why was Office Bloke Daz in New York and why was he deported from the US?
You're up from the police. No, what it was, I was in the shipping and logistics industry, and I got moved over to open the New York office for one of the companies I work for. Took me to New York. Quickly left, went to New Jersey, moved into New Jersey, so I commuted to New York, opened up offices in New Jersey, left me there, and then the company was sold out, and I moved down to Houston to open a company for who we sold out to. So I moved down to Houston to open their branch, and that's why I was in Houston, and then went different parts of the world with the same company, and then came back home 5 years ago.
So why were you deported though?
Yeah, I wasn't deported. I was never deported. They wanted me there. They wanted my talent.
Fair enough. I think that'll do for part one. Should we come back for part two?
Yeah.
And we'll answer everyone else's there. So cheers for watching, guys. If we haven't got around to your question yet, we will on part two. So join us again.
What does that mean?
Cheers.
That's just I like pointing when I'm talking. I always told it's rude to point. So
Yeah.
Cheers.
I told you loads of times it's rude to point. Anyway.
bang out of order. See you on the next one.
See ya.
See ya.